Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 34 of the Pokemon Cup Series. Today we're here at Talladega Super Speedway for the running of the Detective Pikachu 500. This will begin the third round of the Pokemon Cup Series playoffs. Only 8 drivers remain to fight for the championship and there'll only be 4 that will advance as Joltis with a shot at the title. It all starts here at Talladega. On the pole today we have the 13 John Mendez. On the outside with 34 Diego Yepes. Row 2 will have Daniel Bouchard in the 96 and Sebastian Kukala in the 42. Row 3 will have Jonathan Fast in the 47 and Cullen Francis in the one who won last weekend at Sawmill. Looks to go for 2 here at Talladega. And more importantly, if he wins here, he'll be in the final 4. If any of the 8 drivers win any of the next 3 races, that driver moves on to the championship 4 for a shot at the title. Marcus Sacchi and Christian Vargas round out the playoff field. And we have 2 extra drivers here today. The 7 car is returning for the rest of the season, and that'll be run by Johnny Gardner. And the 23 will be driven by a couple drivers for the rest of the season, and that'll be run by Chase Marks. And he'll be running with the GMS Racing look. So GMS technically makes its debut in the Pokemon Cup Series. They'll be running the 23 with Allegiant by their side. And of course, Johnny Gardner and that 7 coming out of the X Series to race in a couple in the final 4 races of the season. Well, we'll see if this will be the last time we see Gardner in a Cup ride, or we might see him again next season. Who knows? But anyway, let's take a trackside for the command to fire up the engines. And so the cars roll off the track. It'll be a 20-lap race here at Talladega Super Speedway to kick off the Season 34 playoffs. Only 8 drivers compete and there'll only be 4 spots on the line here today. One of them could get the first spot in the championship 4 with a win here at Talladega. Very fast track. It's the biggest track in NASCAR. We've seen a lot of stuff here happen at this track. We've seen some underdog winners. We've seen drivers that have advanced the championship by winning here. We've seen just about everything at Talladega. So now it's season 34 and we'll see who's going to be out on top. Here comes John Mendez to the green flag for this 20-lap showdown Talladega. The green waves in the Detective Pikachu 500. It looks like the 34 actually outran the 13 on that start. Huh. Never expected that to happen. That was a bizarre start to the race. Kind of thought that John Mendez would get the start, but apparently, I don't know what happened. He might have not gotten the drafting help he needed. Now he's got the drafting help he needs, as he's trying to push up into the front. And he's up in front again, so he is back in line. So great to see Mendez back, and he's recovered quickly after getting off to a bad start early on in the race. Look at all the pack here. Look at this pack. 4 or 5 wide. One little mistake can cause the big one. Look at this entire pack. Someone's going to crash after this. Oh my gosh. It does not get any better than this. Pack racing at its finest. Someone making a tiny mistake, it could cause someone to spin out and ruin a lot of drivers' days. Still 4 wide. And now they're going to be battling for the lead right here as Chase Marks is in front. Oh, now they're crashing. The big one has happened. And there they go. There it is. We've been waiting for that. We have been waiting for the big one to happen, and it just did. Don't worry, we still have a lot of drivers competing to win, but it was only a matter of time before the big one started to happen. They were going 4-5 wide, and it was only a matter of time before they started to happen, before it started to become the big crash. And Rich Roy is going to be your race leader. So where did it all began? I'm sorry. Let's see. It began right here. Excuse me. Right here it began with the 24 Brennan Tharp making contact with Evan Hunter, and then that's where the chaos began. There's the big one. I wonder how many cars are going to be out of that race. One car flips. Few more cars have wrecked. And that's the caution. First time today, and that's the big one. So Rich Roy's out in front. They're going to take pit stops here, and I expect another set of pit stops to happen during the green flag run. Well, it took out a lot of drivers, all right. We're only down to 26 cars on the lead lap. Marcus Sacchi, Diego Yepes, Jonathan Fast, the 3 playoff drivers that were involved in the big one on lap 3, and their day is over. So we're going back to green right now, and Rich Roy is in front. Highest playoff drivers are, believe it or not, in 13th. These 2 teammates are the highest playoff drivers in the field right now. And right now, they need a lot of drafting help in order to get in front. So it looks like this is a day for the underdogs to win. As Brianna Russell takes the lead. And here comes Patrick Smith and Yin Canario. All these drivers without a win this season, all trying to win at Talladega and turn their seasons around. It's going to be pretty much about them today. There's Ryan Butcher in the 8 car in the 8th position. It's going to be Brianna Russell in front right now in the 10. Patrick Smith also in front in 2nd. And Yin Canario is going to go for 2nd place. And Canario just took 2nd place away. John Andrews into 4th place. And Chase Marks right now into 5th place. So Patrick Smith goes into 2nd place, and now he's going to go for that lead right now over Brianna Russell. And somehow Russell has built up a little bit of momentum, trying to pull ahead right now here at Talladega. Only a few drivers are left to compete after the big one that happened earlier in the race. We might see some lap traffic be a factor if they are able to catch up to them, or we might see some pit stops deciding who wins it. And here comes Patrick Smith. Looks low. Let's see if he can make a pass. And here he goes. Patrick Smith is going to go for the race lead here with 10 to go. And now the 9 of John Andrews is going to come down to the pits with 10 laps to go. So we might see more pit stops on the way. It really isn't really. We'll see if those pit stops will last, because they could change the outcome in an instant. Smith leads. Canario's trying to follow him in the draft. Look at Cullen Francis move up to the front. So Cullen's doing everything he can to move up and get a potential win to get into the final four. Let's see who is going to pit, and these guys are going to pit. Oh, Russell makes contact with Patrick Smith, and she just gets into pit road. That was a close call there. They were about to crash, and it was a close call. 8 laps to go, and the lead goes to Ryan Butcher. Roger Ray, Ryan Butcher, and Sebastian Kukulon now battle. Sebastian's trying to gamble here, trying to gamble a little bit just to get in front and hope that a caution does not come out. Or maybe stretch out the fuel as long as he can. And maybe get by these two. As Sebastian tries to win and get himself in the next round, John Mendes is off pit road and he is going to almost cause trouble as these guys go into pit road. Wow, that was a close call there. Didn't really need to be that close. Oh, look at Cody Smart just speed through that. Wow, he just went through everybody, and he's right now in front of them. That has to be a penalty or something, because I don't think that's even allowed on pit road. Wow, he just went right through the field. That's bizarre. Matthew Emdev's out of pit road now, and right now we don't know who's leading with 7 to go. Lap cars are trying to get their laps back. It looks like Cody Smart's going to lead out of the field. A really controversial move on pit road as he sped over everybody. He just caught everybody by surprise. And Cody Smart leads. And here comes the 9 of John Andrews, and he's going to get by Roger Ray and Cody Smart. Will Patrick Smith get by at them? Looks like they will too. So Smith gets by the 38 and the 32. And Kukulon trying to merge onto traffic without causing a problem, and he does. So the lead now goes to John Andrews. 6 to go for the number 9. In terms of Hendrick Motorsports, they really haven't done a lot this season. The only win, I believe, this season they've gotten was from Brandon Tharp in the 24. DJ Kirker did make the playoffs, though, without a win. Other than that, though, there hasn't been a lot of positives for Hendrick this season. Like real life this season, but, well, it's almost like the same here as the Cup. But John Andrews hopes to change it around, trying to change this up. 5 laps to go. Lap traffic ahead, that's MDev in the number 12, and he's going to easily get by on the bottom line. Kevin National's next, and Michael Cano just came off pit road. He won't be a factor. And 95 gets by John Andrews and Riley Spurley too. And now Andrews gets by the lap traffic. Patrick Smith. Oh, he's getting held up. Oh, he's getting held up by the 22, and that's not good. He's getting held up by MDev. And now he finally goes down low, and he's going to pass him. But he's going to lose precious time. 4 laps left at Talladega. What Andrews is hoping that if the fuel lasts until the end, and also if a caution does not come out, at this point, we would have overtime. And this would come down to a crazy, crazy race to the finish. Smith in second is going to have to do everything he can to catch the pack, to catch up to the lead, and hope that John Andrews does not make it on fuel. They might have to take another pit stop before the white flag waves. I have a feeling they might have to take another stop. 3 laps to go. And John Mendes just took the second spot away from Patrick Smith. And there's Peter Onjak helping him out a bit as well in the top 3. All trying to catch to the 9 of John Andrews. More lap traffic, and that's the 24 Brandon Tharp. And it looks like Mendes is slow, and so is Andrews. And now Mendes has a problem, and he's lost some grip. And now Andrews is really slow. With 2 to go, here comes Onjak. I don't know what happened to the 9 car there, but Peter Onjak's going to go for the lead. The 9 car trying to fight back on the high lane. I guess he got held up by Brandon Tharp, and now they're battling side by side with 2 laps to go. Neither of them have drafting help, and somehow Andrews gets the high lane to work. What a miracle. But he's still got to hold off Onjak on the last lap, though, unless if a caution comes out, which I don't think it will. Well, don't worry about the fuel now, because the white flag will be coming out in the air with 1 lap to go. It's either Onjak or Andrews. Here we go to the last lap. Peter Onjak looking for his first career win, but he has to get by the tough John Andrews. No lap, well, 1 lap car, the 78 is ahead, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to get there in time. John Mendes is hoping for a comeback, but it's not going to be enough for him to compete for the win. Had a little scare with 2 laps to go, but John Andrews, it seems that he's recovered, and he might be able to win this thing. Final corner for Onjak, and he's not going to catch John Andrews. And coming off the final turn to win at Talladega, John Andrews takes the checkers in the Detective Pikachu 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. What a battle there. John Andrews was able to save himself from disaster and win here at Talladega. We still have a good finish. John Andrews held off Peter Onjak on that last lap for the win. So the 9 car has won again, and at long last, Tedrick is back in victory lane. That 9 car wins. Always nice to see the 9 Chase Elliott car win a race. And John Andrews is back in victory lane. Incredible. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this race. And it was a fun one to do. In fact, in Talladega, it was very interesting. We had a big crash, and it came down the final laps. But in the end, though, it was John Andrews taking home the victory here at Talladega. And it was a bad day for playoff drivers, in fact, but Mendes got some big points in 3rd place, and Francis as well in 5th place. Could these two be in the Final Four? We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, next weekend, we'll take you to Pensacola in the X and Truck Series. And the Cup Series will head to Orlando, the track going opposite direction, the fastest track that goes clockwise. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this race, and we'll see you guys in Florida for Pensacola and Orlando next weekend as the championship grows ever so close in all 3 series. You definitely do not want to miss these last couple races, and we'll see you guys next time.